style today. I'm going to be doing St. Patrick's Day, because that's on Wednesday. So I'm going to do Luck and Blessings for the first pick a card. And these are the decks. We have the Fae and the Ferns Tarot, the Secret Language of Light, Tea Leaf Fortune, Conscious Spirit, and Secret Garden. So that's what we are going to use deck-wise. And I'm going to pick the crystals. And I'll make sure I describe them really good for you, Ruby, while since you're in podcast. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, to be honest. Okay, so let me make some space over here. And it's good to go. Hey, Tommy. So, like I was telling Ruby, I'm going to be doing 2 pick a cards today. The first one we're doing is a St. Patrick's Day. It's going to be blessings and luck coming your way. So, let me see which crystals I want to put out for choices here. I mean, if we're going to have luck and blessings, we should have some pyrite. So we're going to do that for the first choice. And let's see. What else has lucky vibes? I'm gonna do the Rainbow Fluorite Cube. Then I'll hold all of them up once I pick the choices out closer for you guys. Let's see. We're also gonna do Ametrine, which is this sparkly purple one right here. And let's see what's gonna, oh, I'm gonna stand up now. I know you can stand up. And let's see, what's our last one gonna be? Let's go with this one. It's like hidden away in here. So this is Ruby Zoazite. So these are going to be the 4 choices: Pyrite, Rainbow Fluorite, Ametrine, and Ruby and Zoazite. So I'll go ahead and give you guys a close-up of each one of these. See if it can focus in a little bit. Come on. And it has hematite inclusions in it too. That's that black sparkle. Yeah, this camera likes doing weird things. I keep trying to like go back and forth with it to see if it'll catch it. Sometimes it's great at catching it, and other times it's just kind of like, no, I don't feel like it. But there's the Pyrite as our first choice. And let's see if I can get this one to pick up rainbows, because this one has some pretty rainbows in it for the Rainbow Fluorite. Come on. Let me find out where it's going to pick you up. Almost. kinda. A little bit. I mean, you can see the cube, but it's not like showing the... Let me see if I can turn it this way and get some rainbows off the top. It's like you can see a little bit. Hi, hun. It's like you can't see them that well, and maybe if I turn this one, because I have another light. Let's see if that one helps. Oh, you can see a little bit of rainbow in the thing down there now with that light. Trying to get the rainbows out of here. But this is the rainbow fluorite cube that is not wanting to show its little streams of rainbows today. It's being shy. Then we have I go food. And then we have this ametrine right here for our third choice. Very sparkly and purple. Come on, pick it back up again. I saw you zoom in and focus. There we go. But this one is ametrine. Okay, this one is just wanting to be difficult and fall over. This is supposed to be blessings, guys, not challenges. We're having blessings and luck today. And then this final one right here for our last group is going to be the ruby and zoisite. Trying to get a little closer because this has sparkle in it, but it's kind of hard to see the sparkle. But it is there. There is a lot of sparkle in it. But these are going to be our 4 choices today for our what luck and blessings are coming to you, like a little St. Patrick's Day thing, because that's on Wednesday. So since I'm doing it kind of like a St. Patrick's Day, I kind of want to say this is more of this week, like stuff kicking up for luck and blessings, because I'm specifying a day. So I mean, timeless energy, of course. So if you want to look at this as like a week time period, if you watch this later, then it's kind of like a time frame you can go with. So my first pile, those of you that chose the pyrite, let's see, where am I going to put you? I'm going to put you over here for the choices. And let's get started. Oh, thank you, hun. Yeah, I'm gonna probably edit the video and have it up sometime later tomorrow. Like, edit both of them and separate them if you want to wait for that. Aw. Thank you. You're so sweet. Oh, I just showed the crystals. You were already here for seeing them. It was more of like a little close-up of the sparkly and everything. But I'm starting with pyrite. Yeah, you choose between one of them because it's going to be 4 different readings. So whichever crystal that you kind of like the most, or you're like pulled to, you really like it. Like first, if you're pulled to more than one, you can have more than one choice. But I'm going to do a reading for each crystal. So that way we can see the luck and blessings that are going to be happening this week. And I'm going to go ahead and start with Pyrite. This little golden guy over here. So let's see. Let's get some luck and blessings. There's 4 choices. If you're drawn to a number also, like if you're feeling like 1, 2, 3, 4 and you like one of the numbers better, you can do that too. Because there's a lot of different ways to choose. Well, or some of you are getting the blessing of just sharing your truth here. Like authentic truth. And that's also this energy of being really at home in yourself. It's really beautiful. Creative expression. You got nothing has gone wrong. You are right on track. If you've been feeling like, crap, I think I messed up somewhere, this is pretty much some confirmation for you. Like, no, you're doing the right thing. Yeah, you can choose 1, 2, 3, or 4, or whichever crystal you're drawn to. That I had up here, like the 4 different crystals. And then, I mean, if there's more than one that you like, or if you just want to watch all of them and see which resonates for you more, because sometimes there might be messages in different piles. So just kind of use your intuition. It's like an intuition exercise as well as getting the readings too. But yeah, any of you that have really been... you can tell me if you want to, or you can keep it to yourself. It's completely up to you, hon. Little jumper here. Oh, wow. Okay, so I have not seen this card in this deck yet. And it's actually making me want to read it. And I don't read from the book often, so you guys definitely got something going on over here. This is Vesica Pisces. So let me get it out here for you. Okay, some of you guys are really stepping out. So what this says is it's creating soul truth in the world. The outside world feels more real than the inner world because we have been encouraged to focus more on what is outside of us. We have learned to give things that can be seen by others or touched by us more importance than what we feel. Making decisions can become difficult when our awareness is focused away from our inner needs and wants. When our internal and external realities are integrated, decisions are clear and easily made. This leads to satisfaction as there is no resistance to your fulfillment. When we scan the myriad of possibilities open to us in the manifested world, we will know that we want what we want and will not feel overwhelmed. In this space, we become grateful for the decisions we have made and all the ones we will make in the future. Okay, you guys. I feel like this one was straight up confirmation for these two things if you were doubting yourself. Because this is literally like being in your truth and then realizing none of the choices you have made were the wrong decision. So even if, like I was saying, even if you're feeling that things have not been going right, or possibly you might have made a choice that probably messed up your chances or you missed opportunities, this is letting you know that as long as you're doing what is true to you, speaking what is true to you, and building your foundation in that, nothing you've done is wrong. You haven't made any wrong choices. And this is like really trying to show you that everything is interconnected here. Because having these two overlapping circles and then having more overlapping, because I want to show you guys the art on this. The way this is it has the two overlapping, and then it has two smaller ones overlapping in the middle. And it's surrounding where there's a heart in the middle of all of this energy. So it's pretty much everything you've made is connected, and as long as it's connected to your heart space, you have not made any wrong decisions. So pretty much these blessings and luck are literally coming through, and if you've been waiting a while, like pretty much you're being given the confirmation you didn't make a wrong choice, and it's coming. Especially if you've been trying really hard to step out of your comfort zone and say what's true to you. So then we have balance. I understand and embrace the opposing forces in life that bring about balance. This over here reminds me of balance a lot too. This is you learning how to balance these new things, how to also, this is a lot about the mirror with your shadow and your light, and finding the beauty in both, because that's where your truth comes from. Even though it can be painful, having that balance is like that perfect equilibrium. I cannot talk today, but it's like having that is bringing this new awareness to yourself, and that's allowing you to express this better. I feel like for some of you it's giving you a platform to do this. And then we have Archangel Michael. I am grateful for the strength and courage Archangel Michael brings to my life. Now, this card over here also spoke of gratitude. So if you're in a space where you're doubting yourself, kind of step back and start looking around. Especially if you've been really trying at something and you got blocked, like straight off you just got blocked from it, and it's like you tried really hard. It's pretty much telling you to sit back and kind of look at what you can be grateful for right now, instead of saying like all these things didn't work out how I wanted. It's pretty much like you're blocking yourself off by doing that. When this was basically a test of patience and seeing release. Yeah, this is releasing those thoughts. Nothing has gone wrong for you guys. Like this release thing is like a big mental reset. Clarity is like a huge thing I feel coming through for this pile. Also, this could be you finally releasing some of the things that have really been burdening you and getting a clean slate and being able to start over again from a place where you're coming from an equal place, so you can start making your karma. Especially if you've been going through a really rough time. We literally have gratitude coming out on this card that was talking about being grateful. So for some of you, your blessings literally come through the more grateful you are and the more present you are. Because this says, I'm grateful for everyone and everything in my life and the lessons each brings. So, I mean, they're really trying to send it home for you guys that if you've been feeling stuck, just try gratitude. Like, things are going to flow very easily if you step more into that than just thinking about everything that hasn't happened yet or that you're waiting to happen. And see, abundance, that's what they're trying to tell you. Like, you're working your way towards this abundance right here. And once again, it says, I am grateful for the abundance nature and the universe provide in my life. Like, I think this red being in the middle, especially feeling things have gone wrong, this is really talking about root chakra and feeling secure. because it's like you can't be grateful in the present if you're not grounded in the present. Especially if you're like wandering off somewhere. For some of you, you need to release this idea that things didn't turn out exactly how you wanted it, because that's what's keeping you stuck. It's like, be grateful. Even if you feel like there's nothing to be grateful for, at least show gratitude for being alive and breathing and being able to, like, I mean, if you're seeing this, you have internet, you either have a phone, a laptop, you have stuff. So it's about seeing what you have and being grateful for it. And then more comes in because you're grateful in the moment and you're in that energy. So let's see. But definitely some abundance blessings for you guys. It's like once you clear out this space, it's like it's waiting to come in. So let's see. We got the Chariot. Yeah, you guys have been feeling stuck because you got the Chariot reversed over here. You've definitely... but the reason this is happening, because the Chariot also corresponds to Cancer energy, this is because you're needing to nurture yourself. You're needing to find that balance for some of you that have felt very stuck. And you need to be honest with yourself. Because the only way to nurture what is going to help you is to be honest about what you need. And if you're not even doing that with yourself, you can't bring about balance, especially with your shadow, because it's almost like still feeling that shame that comes with it. And we get the Empress coming out right here. So, like I said, this is some very abundant energy that you guys have, like, trying to flow in here. I feel like you guys have just been waiting, and that's why you feel like you made wrong decisions. But really, it's just about being more present, and then this is going to flow in. It's like you have a tiny block. It's pretty much what it is. It's like you've been doing a lot of work, and it's like, why isn't this happening? And it's pretty much because they want you to be more present. They want you to let go of all these limiting beliefs and things like that, like you don't deserve it or you're doing things wrong. Because they want you to be fully in this energy of I can't talk today, but of receiving. Because Empress is feminine energy, and that is like where you are okay and calm where you are and letting things come to you. And this is also the birth of ideas. It could actually be childbirth or getting pregnant for some of you. But this is like ideas that have like been worked on for a while that are finally starting to come to fruition. And they're going to be very abundant. A lot of creative energy here. So probably some of these blocks could have been creative blocks you've been feeling. And it's like the more grateful you are for the things you have, especially if you have the supplies to create with, it's like it clears that out and allows you to create more. And we got Seven of Cups being reversed over here. Basically being told, use your intuition and see the truth here. Because there is definitely opportunity, but you're going to see what the right opportunity is if you just because this is allowing yourself to see the truth, that you didn't do anything that screwed you over, or that just because it's taken a while doesn't mean you don't deserve it. It's like releasing those thoughts and seeing the truth that, I've been being very hard on myself, and that's why things haven't been coming through for me. And then we have the Moon reversed here. And for those of you that are like, well, how the heck do I listen to my intuition on this stuff? It's pretty much saying it's blocked off because of this gratitude thing. It's coming right back to it. It's like some of you just need a space where like you can have things there that mean a lot to you, whether they're sentimental or they're things that you really worked for and you're proud of. You need to have a space, I feel, dedicated to these things, so that anytime you're feeling overwhelmed, you can go there. And it's like you can see the things that like light up your spirit pretty much, and it helps you be grateful for what you've had to do these things, for these accomplishments, for these creations. And that's going to help you tap into this more instead of feeling like you can't trust it or that you don't know what it is. And then we have the Hanged Man with this little bat. Who brings in wisdom. After going through a lot. So, like I said, some of you have literally been hanging out for a while, feeling like you were hung out to dry and feeling kind of definitely stuck. But it's like you had to learn a lot, and from that comes different perspectives. This also being a bat being depicted here, they work through sound. So for some of you, inspiration through music. It can be literally meditating with certain musics that can help open this up for you. This also is learning to listen more. So if you're a person that's always talking, this could literally just be telling you you need to open your ears and listen. Because it's possible your guides are trying to talk through others to you, and you're not even listening. But this is like you changing perspective and then bringing in abundance. Because you are a very, you're pretty much an abundance magnet by nature, but you need to get over the mental thing where it's like, I don't deserve, or it's not working. See, Six of Pentacles. Rewards, things like balancing out. You got balance over here, things evening out. The scales finally regaining. I'm hearing regaining composure, but all of this energy is pretty much letting you know that, I mean, it's coming out on abundance. Like, this is like stuff coming in. It's pinnacle energy, so definitely it could be money for some of you. If you've been waiting on that money to come in with either of the things, it's like obviously going to be coming in this week for you. Or if you've just been literally waiting on something to help you pay something, like you've been really stressed, it's letting you know you're going to have that coming in too. So let's see what fortunes we get for you guys. I'm going to pull some of these tea fortunes and see if we can get some specific things for you Pyrites. Okay, so we have tent, and it says temporary situation. Like I said, this standstill over here, it's temporary. It's not going to stay there forever. It's all about your mindset with this one. This also is showing the moon where it's the waning crescent, where it's heading more towards the new moon. We just had a new moon, so it could be if things leading up to the new moon were not that great. This is letting you know that was temporary. It's not going to stay that way. Now we're heading more, like, we're still kind of in the shadow of the new moon. We're almost out of it. Like, I think tomorrow, the next day, we should feel pretty much out of the shadow of that Pisces moon. But it's like, that's temporary. Whatever came up last week or even the week before that, it's like if something really rocked your world and you were just like completely like floored by it, it's temporary. It's gonna go away. Like, you're not gonna be stuck in it forever. And I think this is why it's calling for you to be a little more nurturing to yourself, and especially if you feel like you made a wrong decision that made that happen to you. That wasn't a punishment. It was basically something that had to happen to help you clear out some energy. And then we have older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. This coming out with this Empress energy, this could be literally, like I was saying, some of you have people talking to you that have wisdom, and you need to open your ears. Because with this coming out here, this makes me think with the Empress, even though she seems more like mother energy, having older woman come out is making me think of someone that has crone energy. So definitely someone that has been around the block. They got some wisdom. They got some things to tell you, but you haven't been listening. And basically listening is going to help reveal some truth to you. Like, you're going to realize that, hey, especially if they've been telling you that you're being kind of ungrateful and it's like you're tired of hearing it, is not necessarily ungrateful for what they're doing unless they are doing a lot for you and you really aren't being kind to them. Like, that could definitely be something you need to be paying attention to, because this feels almost like a benefactor as well for some of you with this abundance energy. And then we got dragon. Beware of self-delusion. Like, I'm telling you, it's coming out with this thing. You guys thinking you did the wrong thing. Seven of Cups. Like, this whole energy is like, every time we come to this, it's like, be aware, especially with the moon reversed, that this is like things you're doing to yourself. It's not like, it's temporary, guys. You don't need to sit here and feel like, you know, oh, I screwed up everything in my life and nothing is going to work out for me now. That's you sticking yourself in this, when in reality, especially if you have, this older woman could also be a guide, like a passed on loved one as well, that's getting kind of irritated with your shit. And that's why it's pretty much like trying to smack you to be like, you need to wake up and listen. Then we have feather. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. So, like I said, trust your intuition. Like, there is definitely something here that you guys are not seeing, or you could actually be blessed with the fact that you see somebody really doesn't have some good intentions, and you're like, okay, I can definitely, you know, let this go. Don't have guilt. It's like temporarily you'll probably feel like that residual effect of it, especially if you did it before the new moon and you're still feeling like you made a bad decision by like actually, you know, realizing someone was this way and letting them float their way and like go about their life and not trying to hang on anymore. Especially coming out with this hangman, it's like going through some very difficult energy and gaining that perspective. You could have realized that you need to cut loose, and release is in here too. So if you're feeling very angry about what happened, it could be another thing why this gratitude is all over the place. Because if you're in a very angry place, you're going to keep blocking stuff off. And like, by no means am I saying if someone did you wrong, be grateful that they did you wrong. But it's more like, learn what it did for you. Because everything we get is some kind of lesson that helps us personally. Even if the other person's going to keep being a douchebag. That's like, you release the douchebag and you realize what you learn. And that helps you bring in what you want. And sometimes it's really hard when we go through some really messed up stuff. Ooh. We had two want to come out. So we have dagger, fear, worries, intense situations. Like I said, some of you definitely took the veil off with the 7 of Cups reversed. And then we have dog, close up, pleasure with a close friend. So there is definitely this energy here where you're bringing, for some of you, I'm getting, I don't know who this is for, but some of you did stuff stuff with a friend and you're regretting it because it wasn't long term. Maybe they made you feel like it'd be long term, but it was a temporary thing, and you honestly were very delusional about how it was going to turn out. But it's like they flaked out, and you realized through a lot of pain that they were not sincere in what they were saying. Probably could have had some words about that. But this in itself is showing you that is somebody that should not be around you taking up your time. So releasing that energy definitely would let a new flow come in. It would let new people come in. Definitely new prospects too in the love department. Because if you're hanging on to stuff like that, you're not going to be attracting what you actually want. Now, for some of you, after going through what you've been through, you're going to be a lot more selective of who you're talking to. And that happening is actually going to make you build closer circles. And then that makes you actually have more of a balance. You have a give and take that is healthy instead of having people around you that possibly could be using you. And that makes it a lot easier to open up and be vulnerable and, like with pleasure, actually have fun, like enjoy life. And this could mean like going out, because this dog has her hair all done up. So this could mean like going out, having a good time if it's safe for you. Or even just like having like some kind of fun online event that you're doing. But definitely being able to open up and just have a little more of a balance with how you're feeling. Because if you've been stuck in this for really long, trying to come out and do something different is going to be hard. And someone that's close to you definitely wants to help you out with that. So we have dare, take a risk and fly. Like I said, some of you feeling very stuck in this situation, it's just literally saying it's time to kind of start stepping, basically. And it's going to feel like a risk to you because obviously whatever happened wasn't cool. So it's going to feel like you're taking a risk when you're trying to move out of this energy. But it's to move into an abundant one. It's to move into one that's a lot more fruitful than the false ones you dealt with before. And then we have beginnings. Don't be afraid to start small. Yeah, if you had a grand plan, like I said, plan. You can't really plan things with the universe. They come in and do whatever the hell they want. But if you're feeling like it didn't work out because I messed up, is basically letting you know, like I said, that delusion thing again, for those of you that are creatives and things didn't pan out exactly how you wanted, is pretty much trying to help you get that clear road towards the opportunity that's waiting for you. It's trying to show you that wasn't what was best. And it's like, it's hard to pull out of that, but it's like, just start small. Don't do that big grandiose thing. Don't plan things out for a year from now. It's like, you can have aspirations, but don't try to plan out every single detail until you get there. It's like, allow some things to flow and just start little things instead of having this big thing that you're holding yourself up to, like these very unrealistic expectations. And then we have, this is very interesting. So we have bloom, and it says, and attract more than butterflies. But if you look at these cards, it has this sentence, don't be afraid to start small. Then it has dots, and then this starts with dots, and it says, and attract more than butterflies. This is like letting you know these go together. It's like you starting small. It's like you're going to attract more than you realize. And that's why it's important for you guys to trust it. Because a lot of you, especially if you went through this crap up here, You're thinking you're just going to keep attracting some messed up stuff, when in reality you just need to take small steps and kind of start putting yourself like back out there slowly, whether this is romantic or friendships, creative projects, whatever it is for you guys. It's just literally saying it's going to work. It's going to be okay. Like, there was a bump. There was something you learned, but now you're learning to start small instead of throwing all this stuff on yourself. Like, whether it was like, you know, I want to get married, or I want my soul tribe right now. And it's like you just wanted things right now, and it's teaching you patience. And it's like, you know, things are going to take time. Beautiful things take time to bloom. So, and everything blooms in its season too. So it's like I said, it's going to be kind of scary, where it's going to feel like you're taking a risk, but that's why you can start small. Like, you don't have to feel like you need to jump out the gate and do something huge right when you're starting something. And plus you'll end up bringing in things that you weren't even trying to. Like, you're going to bring in good stuff that you weren't expecting. Because for some of you, you're only thinking in one direction, and that's why it's been so hard. It's like this Hanged Man energy was really trying to get you open up your perspective a lot and to see things from a lot of different viewpoints. But definitely for you guys, the luck is going to be this abundance just falling out of nowhere once you learn this patience and gratitude. But the blessing, I think, for you guys was this lesson. Even though I know a lot of us are like, why would lessons be a blessing? But it's like you learn what you want and what you don't want, and you learn to put up boundaries when you're given lessons. And you learn how to protect yourself in a way that's healthy, not in a way that it's like you close yourself off. It's like you're learning boundaries with what you allow to happen to you. And then you're also respecting yourself. And if you haven't been doing this yet, don't be afraid to start small with like doing this healing, because that's what's going to bring this in too. And Pyrite, to talk about the crystal properties over here. What's interesting is this energy with needing to feel secure and grounded in this root chakra energy. This actually is a really good grounding stone. And since it has hematite also in it, it actually has this protection energy where it also clears out negative thoughts. It makes you have more confidence with this gold color, because the solar plexus helps creativity, bringing in money. It's also known as fool's gold, so it's always associated with wealth and abundance. And you guys literally got cards that said abundance, and you got the Six of Pentacles over here with getting rewarded for what you've put out into the world. But you guys definitely have it coming in. So let's move to my fluorites. Which way are you going to sit? There we go. Okay, so we're going to move to my rainbow fluorite group, or group 2, however you want to call yourself, or whatever you picked. And we're going to see what your blessings and luck and everything that's going on for you. What you guys got? My rainbow fluorite. You guys got soul journey. Well, you guys are heading out. You're moving. You definitely could be coming into some gifts right now. Some of these blessings could literally, because I'm looking at how this light's coming straight down, even though there's a staircase over here of light, there's literally a beam of light shooting straight down from the sky, and that really makes me think of crown chakra energy. So it could be connecting stronger to your guides, understanding the knowledge that is starting to come through, instead of being like in this place down here where you're not really understanding what the hell is going on in the dark. It's like you're finally up here on top of the mountain and getting the full thing. For some of you, there's going to be things you've been waiting for. That soul mating, okay. For some of you in particular, it could be soul mating. But this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. This could also be like some really great people coming in that are just, they're here for you, and they're really good, honest, authentic people. Especially if you're searching, like you've been on this for a while and you've been going through these things. There's a lot of blue here, so this is definitely a lot of throat chakra, expression. Also clairaudience, like I was saying, some of you, that connection is going to be clairaudience, where you're starting to work through trusting what you hear. This also, there is a lot of foundation being built in this energy too, because this is a strong inner strength that's being built on a personal level, but then a group strength that is pulled to you. It's like you're being pulled to, and people are being pulled to you because you're getting grounded in this energy. And then we have visualize. This is some beautiful energy here. We actually have the lotus up here, and then we have a woman, but then inside of the woman there is a man also, like doing the same pose. And this is like some beautiful meditation energy. For some of you, things you've been manifesting, things you've been literally visualizing and seeing in your mind, you're bringing that to fruition because your core is drawing it to you. Because you're sitting in the feminine energy that's receptive, it's bringing, but your core is having that masculine energy. It's giving you that drive and confidence. So there's this really beautiful balance of energies and this big opening. Like there's a lot of alignment. Like I'm seeing these down, like shooting lines. It really reminds me of like alignment in different areas. It's like, especially if you've been feeling blocked, it's like that blessing is just feeling aligned and things starting to line up the way they're supposed to. So let's see what we got. We got Crystal Ascension. It's like I just said aligned. I am attuned to the universal wisdom and energy of the Crystal Kingdom. Like I said, this is feeling a lot like alignment and feeling really at peace here. This soul journey really helps you attune to a lot of things. For some of you that have gotten into crystals recently, or just things dealing more with nature, it's definitely been helping you align with this energy. And we got Fire Elemental. I ignite the fire within me that connects me to the divine. I literally said this looked like a connection. Like, you guys are just little connection fiends over here with this energy. Definitely, like I was saying with this energy, this is big lower chakra energy with just solar plexus, sacral, and root all just flowing together. There's also these salamanders here. And I'm realizing that a while ago I dreamt of salamanders that were red. And when you see red salamanders, it's rebirth, it's regeneration. This is pretty much like what it looks like in the picture. It's phoenix rising energy. It's like being like birthed from this really beautiful place. And there's release here. This feels for me like you're releasing fears. A lot of this energy, like I said, with this phoenix energy, is like you're being cleansed, and this release feels like a purge. Like you're just like really washing the flame throughout your life here and just letting things go. You're like, I know this isn't meant for me. Like your soulmate energy is like, I'm pulling in the people that connect to me right now, and I'm letting go of the things that are blocking that. And you're definitely having that clearing energy with how she's wielding the flames over here. So you might be a little kinder with your words as you're letting people go with the release. Inside you're like, yes, as you're like, I'm letting it go. This feels great. It's like this really great energy. And then we literally have throat chakra. Like, that's what... You know, just for confirmation, in case I didn't say it enough up there, we're going to say it again. I speak my truth and encourage others to speak theirs. Very beautiful energy, guys. This release could also be releasing fears and just allowing yourself to say what's on your mind. It's going to pull your people to you because, like, your crowd will come to you because it's like, hey, I feel the same way. It's like, and you don't have to hide anything. When you're being authentic and speaking your truth and people are drawn to you because of that, you don't have to fear them leaving, because the reason they're drawn to you is they feel the same way and they have that connection with you. So it's a lot of security. Seriously, this energy right here is powerful. Like, everything else is kind of calm, but it's like there's this raging fire within. That's definitely not one to be messed with, but I really feel like on the outside you seem very calm, very peaceful, but you got a raging fire within you that's like, I will burn you out of my life, don't try me. I will burn these thoughts away. I will do the whole damn thing that makes sure that I have a cleansed life for what's coming in right now. This is also cleaning up your act, I feel, for some of you. King of Pentacles, definitely walking that path that's going to get you some money. Having that King of Pentacles come out. For some of you, this is, even though the King of Wands is usually the entrepreneur, I'm really feeling like this energy could be starting a business, but it's one that'll take a little bit of time. It won't be one that kicks up right away, or it could be you've been working on one for a while and it's finally getting stable and it's going to start having that forward movement, because this is very stable income energy and it's like rock solid, like nothing's going to be able to shake it. So it's going to be worth the wait if you're working on it, but at the same time, if you've been working on it, it's letting you know, hey, some stuff's starting to kick, especially with this fire thing over here. Something's definitely starting to heat up. We got the Nine of Swords. Like I said, some of you are trying to burn through this energy, like this anxiety, the depression, the fear, the worry. Like, you guys are trying to burn through it. It's like, let me find a way to kick it away, because it's like you're seeing the repeating. You're seeing how it's jumping around in your mind. And it's like, yeah, some of the shit I went through hurt, but it's like I'm tired of it taking up space. It's pretty much like this fire is like, I am tired of this being in my head because I can't think and create while it's in my head. So you're trying to find a way to get it out. And this has been a big part of your journey. Like, while you've been making this stable thing, you've been fighting your inner mental demons. And you're wielding your fireballs and trying to burn them away. Like, it's no one's business. It's not saying some of them aren't there still. And you still might be struggling some. But you definitely have the mindset of, I'm not just going to sit by and let this happen to me anymore. I'm not going to be passive. Then we have Knight of Cups reversed. So with this energy, especially coming out with soulmate energy, some of this release for you guys is going to be people. Especially if they came in acting very sincere and like they were there to help you, and you realized, oh yeah, no you weren't. You really weren't. Like, instead of beating yourself up, like, which probably happened in the past a lot, you're just going to be like, I'm cutting you out. That's it. I'm completely done with dealing with that. It's like, you don't want to block off the people that are good for you. It's like, you'd rather just kick out the trash and be like, I'm done. Like, this flame energy over here is something else. Also with throat chakra, it means you're actually saying it. You're not just letting it play around in your head. You're learning to say it. And it's very intuitive when you say these things. These cups that, you know, you're letting fall away. There's 4 of them. It could be that there's actually 4 people. Because usually Knight of Cups is just one dude holding a cup. This guy has 4 cups around him. So it could be a group of people. It could be an online community. There's just something here where it wasn't what you thought it was. It wasn't as supportive as you thought it was. And you're realizing that I need to speak up, either walk away or kick them away from my space so I can bring the people in that actually, you know, lift me up and do good instead of, you know, all this negativity. It's really being tired of the negativity, especially some of these people, all they do is complain. And you get Queen of Cups reversed. Yeah, this Queen of Cups reversed is like, because upright, she's all about nurturing everybody else and like taking care of people. But this reversed is like, bitch, I'm done. It's like, this is realizing you need to take care of yourself. And for this coming out with this visualize thing, it's almost like, for some of you, you've literally been seeing different things you can do with your routines that are way more beneficial to you. And for others, you've been seeing how lack of boundaries has directly been affecting your health. So you're over here like, no, I'm creating boundaries. And with throat chakra, you're saying it. You're like, nope, I'm not taking this, or this thing. Sometimes you might feel a little guilty about it, but then that fire kicks up again, especially if someone tries you. You just go, okay, no. It's like you are not infringing on this. It's like you're learning to trust yourself more, though sometimes your emotions might get the best of you still. It's more like when you feel that flame light up, you haven't yet got the grace down when it comes to this throat chakra opening up. It's like you're pretty new to this like purge of truth coming out. So every time this kind of happens, since it's new, you're trying to learn how to balance it out. So you might feel a little guilty after because it comes out in this fiery passion out of what you're saying. You might be a very great storyteller with some things with this visualize. Like you can literally create and paint a picture with what you're saying. For some of you, that'd be really good if you're planning on starting something where you're using your voice in order to help people understand things, because you'll be able to clearly paint a picture for them. So it's not like they feel like they're just listening to words. They feel like they're present in it. And that's a very powerful thing. But definitely you guys are stepping into some really good energy over here. Just because, I mean, even though you might get passionate and say some things where like, oh, that might have been a little harsh. It's like you feel a little guilty, and then you're like, but hey, it's bringing me right back to where I need to be because they damn sure started listening. And then 7 of Swords. Yeah, you guys definitely, anyone who did you wrong, like you're talking over here with the 7 of Swords. If they betrayed you, if they did sneaky shit, if they stole from you, whatever they stole from you, it could have been ideas, your time, your energy. It could have been anything, to be honest with you, because having these swords come out, this is where you got a lot of that anxiety and fear was dealing with this energy. And I'm telling you, that fire energy is really coming through heavy. For some of you, when Mars moved into Gemini, your mouth just started going, and the more, the more this keeps moving along, like the more your mouth is gonna keep going. The sneaky house. But whoever did you wrong, or whatever group, like I said, this could have been a group of people, or just basically you realized you really didn't vibe with how a group of people or a community was, and you realized they were very sketchy. It's like you realizing that, hey, I'm worth a lot more than being around some sketchy people. I'm not gonna be bothering with that, or be bothered with it for that matter, because you guys are just, it's like you're learning just how much certain things were affecting this, and you're seeing people for who they are, and you're learning, hey, it's better to let it go than to keep bottling it up and keeping it with me and staying with things that make me uncomfortable, because this is some very uncomfortable energy right here. And you being able to see it, because that visualize, more than likely you guys are getting, how can I put this? For some of you, I was seeing prophecy with the first card, but I was not sure. It can be clairvoyance. I feel like this group has a lot of gifts that they are starting to come into, which is really helping them to start talking a lot, because this fire energy is like, it reminds me of Wands energy, which is very spiritual. It's almost like you guys are unlocking certain things, and you're learning to trust them the more you take care of yourself, and you're realizing these things. It's like I said, some of you could be getting deja vu. You could be getting dreams, and you're realizing it's confirming what you know, and you're like, okay, then I ain't dealing with this shit anymore. It's like you're seeing what has been happening to you. Especially if people have been using you. They're gonna get that karma. But I feel like you're a group that can deliver the karma, oddly enough, just through your words. It would be their karma because you're speaking up when you're always usually quiet and passive. It's like you're not being passive anymore. And we have wall, and it says misunderstanding. Yeah, like I said, for some of you, people were really underestimating you. Like, they really misunderstood what was going on down in there. Like, the more you're coming to terms and getting tuned in, like, because while this was going on and you were getting tuned in, especially while you're, like, going through the journey, you're not understanding yourself or what you want, because you're kind of floating back and forth trying to figure out what makes you feel confident and stable. But there's probably the people, like I said, some of them used your ideas, and others literally would just put you down because they couldn't understand where you were coming from. There was a huge wall between understanding, and getting beat down by that when you're trying to tune into yourself. It's like you're realizing, hey, that shit was keeping me from my monies. And I mean, for some of you, it's fame. But there's definitely, there was this wall where people were trying to block you from it. Kite. Vacation. Mental vacation over here, with this Nine of Swords. For some of you, you just need to tune these people completely out, and you need to take a break from them. And it's going to help you see a lot more clearly. Especially if you feel like you're misunderstanding a situation. Some of you just need a complete break from these people, and you'll see a lot more clearly what you feel. What you're being guilty for isn't feeling guilty. What you're feeling guilty about isn't the truth, because they're doing some swindling over here. They're not They're playing a mind game over here. For some of you, it might actually be gaslighting, and that's why you need space and separation so you can kind of get your stuff straight, especially having all this flame energy. If someone's been gaslighting you and you feel like you're always being like lit up and pissed off by somebody, some of you literally need some separation right now, so that way you can clear up these misunderstandings, especially if there's soulmate energy here. For some of you, you're just going through a rocky time in your relationship and you're like, what the is going on? Some of you just need some time apart. For others of you, that relationship is not good, and yeah, your intuition is right. They are doing some shady shit, and you need to trust yourself. Even if they're trying, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's emotional or physical, whatever it is. Everyone's on the freaking internet right now, and it'd be so easy for people to have emotional affairs more than physical ones with how everything is. So don't sell yourself short if they're trying to say it's just this. If you feel like it's not okay, then trust yourself. You'll be better off for being like, no, like you can say it's a misunderstanding, but still I don't like it. And it's like that truth coming out. Like I said, you guys definitely don't have the grace yet. You're just gonna completely say exactly what's on your mind, even if it causes some misunderstandings. Okay, Owen. But then we have, oh, right when Owen shows up, we get Jug, lighthearted, carefree time coming out over here. And we get Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. That Queen of Cups, I'm telling you guys, like, she's over here like, my deep personal strength and my peace is way more important. But it assures success. It goes right back to this King of Pentacles. But this lighthearted energy, especially with all this fire I'm seeing over here, taking a break from whatever this is, is definitely going to clear up any misunderstanding you have with yourself, like not knowing what you really want, because you're going to be able to kind of step away from this energy over here that's been bogging you down and have a little bit more carefree time, be a little more creative, because you have a lot of creative energy here, especially with visualize. And that peace that you feel with being carefree is going to be a huge lift for you. You guys got two more. So we have woman, dealings or a relationship with a woman, coming out with this Queen of Cups energy. And then we have dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. What did I say with this King of Pentacles? If it's something that you guys have been working on and you completely, for some of you, you were working on it and then you completely misunderstood what you were supposed to do with it. It's kind of like you did it and you're like, well, now what? It caused you a lot of stress because you worked really hard on it. But it's basically, now's the time for it to flow in. Especially if people tried to take your ideas and tried to do something with it and you felt it was really unfair, even if they gained some popularity from it, you're going to get a lot more. Oh my gosh, Owen. But this is trying to show you guys that whatever wasn't working in the beginning, to where you kind of shut this energy off and started having to deal with this, it's coming back. Like this, whatever someone took from you, even if they gained something from it, whether it's monetary, whether it was friends, you're gonna get something a lot better, because whatever friends they gained or money or whatever status that they gained from stealing your shit is gonna be nothing compared to what you're getting over here. And some of you, it could have been a friend that had feminine energy. For others of you, it could be that some of you are going to be meeting someone that has beautiful feminine energy that teaches you this and helps you actually bring out this thing that you kind of set off to the side and like really encourages you to have fun and try it again. Okay, so we have radiance. Keep your head held high and follow the sun. Like I said, some of you really did a number on yourself over here. with giving up on this thing because you don't know what the hell you're supposed to be doing with it. This follow the sun thing, coming out with this vacation and moving through the soul journey, especially since it's moving into this fire energy over here. This is like following your sun energy is literally following the core, like how we saw in the visualize card, how we're seeing all this fire element under the Nine of Swords over here. It's like there's a lot of energy radiating from you, and that's why people take from people that have the radiance, and that's why they drain them. Also, follow the sun for some of you is to really go back to creative things from childhood and realize that there actually is some pretty good money to be made in it. And we have discover. Look at the early dewdrops before they disappear with the morning sun. You guys keep getting sun a lot. Some of you, like I said, just might need some nature to help bring some clarity to you. And this early dewdrops is really making me think of what I just said, of looking back at things that you gave up on and realizing that they're still there, especially the early ones, like early childhood. If you gave up on things because people said, oh, you'll never do anything with it. Yeah, you will. Especially if you feel like they stole your dream away from you. Everything you've been visualizing and dreaming of that you want to do is pretty much coming into this energy. Especially if people were telling you like, oh no, you're not good enough, with this energy that you like came in and you thought you could trust and that you could depend on, like, and you were vulnerable with, like, whether it was a few friends or a specific friend or a group of people. This is letting you know, because this carefree energy is very much like inner child energy. So having fun, taking a break from certain people. Also, for some of you, like I said, some of you are starting to work with crystals too. So it could be having all this sun energy. Possibly it'd be good for you guys to get crystals that have that kind of color. Because those actually go with the lower chakra too. Because, you know, yellows, oranges, reds, golds, just like mixes of those colors, like all of those would actually be very good for all this fire energy. But yeah, and it says discover, so it's like you're gonna be uncovering some new stuff here. And relax. Delight, oh my gosh, more sun. Delight in the powdered gold sunshine. And we're gonna have gold coming out on this financial gain over here. Yeah, some of you guys have been stressing out over the fact that people took things and you feel like you can't do it because someone else did it. No one's going to be able to do it like you did, and the people that stole it are going to eat it once you really get your stuff. For some of you, if it was friendships, relationships, pretty much keep your head high. Whether it was misunderstandings and you're trying to mend them, or it was things where there was a complete wall and you knew they were takers and you're so much of a giver that you had to learn to put up boundaries and you lost these people. Just keep going. You're going to find some really good gems that are hidden, like soulmate friends or soulmate relationship. You guys are definitely bringing that in for yourself right now. And you're bringing in some time to relax, because it seems like you guys have been doing a whole lot of stuff. Like once you get this going over here, that King of Pentacles energy, you guys are definitely going to be delighting in some abundance, I'll tell you that much. But this is something you've worked on before, because this is from the past. This is something that you might have felt you weren't good enough for, and now you've been working through things and realizing it's people that have been taking from you that are making you feel like that. So like I said, some of you could definitely be speaking your mind, not having that much eloquence with it, but literally like just throwing your emotions out there. It's good to at least get them out if you've never done it before. If you're having trouble with that, blue stones work with the throat chakra. So, you know, like blue calcite, blue argonite. This right here is angelite. Like there's a lot of pretty blues and deeper blues like apatite that, I think I hit the camera, that are really good for that kind of stuff. So, and for those of you that chose rainbow fluorite as your stone, now, lapis lazuli, yes, that's also a really good one. My lapis was over there. I forgot to say it because it was off to the side. But for those that chose fluorite, fluorite is really good. Like I was saying, that connection I kept seeing up here with the alignment. Great for alignment, great for connection to your guides, to your higher self, to your intuition, all of those things. But it's also very good for opening the heart chakra, having that love for yourself, giving yourself the boundaries and the self-care you need. It's also, come on now, cards. It's also very good for creativity, which goes a lot with this pile. Like I said, especially if you're trying to start a platform and be creative with your words. This also is really great with communication, like not just spiritual communication, but literal like talking communication. So all that stuff with rainbow fluorite. So now let's move to my ametrines and see what you guys got going on. Okay, so ametrines or my threes, which however you decided. Let's see what blessings and luck is coming your way here. Just straight up insight. You guys are gonna be seeing some shit. Not gonna have people fooling you guys anymore, I'll tell you that much. This is also some wisdom. And both of these came out together. You are the universe with all this golden... There's a dude pointing at it for this chick, like, look at that. Holy shit. Like, over there in the distance, and there's an angel coming down. Yeah, insight. For some of you is literal spiritual insight over here. And then you guys also got inner voice. Like, okay, for you guys, we're just gonna go in and start talking about how you guys possibly got a huge spiritual upgrade during this Pisces new moon. A big epiphany that, hey, you know, I'm always, you know, asking the divine for guidance, and I'm realizing that my inner voice, that wisdom is also divine because I'm divine. Like, you're realizing that you are a child of the universe. You are a mini universe. So your inner voice, the things that your intuition is telling you, is actually aligned with it. It's like you're having epiphanies, basically. These insights could be things where you're going, oh gosh, that's a duh. Or that's what everyone was meaning when they said that. It's like you're having these moments, but they're more funny. Because you're realizing that things are clicking and making sense. And you're just... It's like some of these things you're laughing at yourself, and other things you're like feeling a whole new world, like going off and singing the freaking song and realizing all this stuff at once. This is some funny energy, guys. I'm not gonna lie. And you guys are having some balance. Some of you guys are realizing like, hey, things are working out great. This is pretty cool. It's like like I said, some of you are getting these insights and things are pretty much evening out. The scales are balancing because you're realizing how everything falls. You're also feeling a lot more in tune. So your energy, like the divine masculine, divine feminine, it's like you're learning how to work together within you. it's like this is how like you guys have been feeling confused pretty much, like how I'm trying to talk. It's like how do I word is like pretty much what you've been trying to understand. And you're realizing with this inner voice, it's like, okay, I might not be able to make sense, but it doesn't mean, it's like I don't have to tell everybody the insights I'm getting. Like, it's helping me. I don't have to explain it. And that's another thing for you guys, realizing you don't have to explain things to people. A big confidence surge with this energy. Throat chakra, like oh my gosh, guys, I can't. Like I said, some of you are talking to your damn selves right now. And it'll be funny if you guys are talking out loud to yourselves, like you're speaking your truth to yourself pretty much. Like you're understanding, you're like, oh, it's like things are starting to make sense. Also, this could be you talking to some friends, because this balance reminds me of Libra energy. This could be like friends that you're making or partners and stuff, or people that you already know. And you're starting to talk about things. Even if you don't fully know how to express it, it's like you're starting to learn how to work with it. And it's like they're being really supportive. This is like supportive energy coming in for you, because you're learning these epiphanies about yourself. And then we have movement meditation. I love this card. It's so pretty. I celebrate and honor my physical body through dance and movement. Some of you are really feeling yourselves over here with the I am the universe. If you've been dancing around your house and singing in a microphone, that has been great for you. That's definitely been opening up some fun for you, making you feel really good. Like I said, I feel like this group is pretty much getting into a lighthearted energy, because it's like they're finally starting to understand things, and there's so much of it at the same time that some of them are silly and some of them are huge moments, but others are tiny silly ones. So it's like really making you feel more lighthearted. A nurturing heart, and this is the mother out of the maiden mother crone. So I'm a protective spirit and reach out to all life with love and compassion. Now, this coming out with inner voice, like, is really making me feel like this is literally a guide that's coming through for you guys, a very nurturing feminine figure, however you relate, literally coming out and letting you know, hey, you're protected too. That's another blessing. It's like your luck is coming in because you're so lighthearted. Is pretty much what is happening. It's like luck is just flowing to you, like movement. It's literally just a huge flow, and you're protected while this is happening, and you probably feel this presence, and it makes you feel really loved, so you are feeling loving. It's like pretty much this cycle where you're starting to literally step into your own flow and your movement. Pretty much all of these are very wispy energies happening here. And sacred space. This is a few things for you guys. It's, for one, learning that your inner space, like where all this new stuff is coming from, is sacred. And like I said, for some of you, you don't need to tell people. You're fine with just knowing it yourself and keeping this peace, this newfound peace that you guys have, sacred to you. Oh, it literally says in the card, I find peace, security, and contentment when surrounded by nature's beauty. So peace is in this card. It's like your peace is sacred to you. And that's what's bringing you like this big flow thing right here. And if you're working towards this, like you're kind of feeling yourself getting here, one thing that'll really help you is creating a space in your home where you can freely do this, however it feels for you. because this definitely is some beautiful energy coming in for you guys. So let's see. We got 4 Pentacles with Mr. Grumpy Bunny over here. Oh my goodness. And then we have the Hermit reversed. Like I said, for some of you, your energy's funny. You got the Hierophant reversed. So I'm not gonna lie, some of you are in this miser energy where you're like really you've been keeping to yourself, like to your damn self. And like I said, some of you are perfectly fine talking to yourself over here, but it's like, my time is mine, my space is mine. It's like you guys are in this mine kind of like thing right now, and you're getting a bunch of downloads because of it, because you're in your own space instead of being connected to other people. But I do gotta tell you guys, like, you can come out and talk to people. They're not gonna take your shit. You're good. Like, you're in a good space right now, especially having this Hierophant reversed. It's like you're just breaking roles and doing, especially with this movement meditation. It's like you guys are just breaking boxes, breaking bounds, and you're coming out like rebelling. You're doing the whole thing. So when you step out of here, what you're going to be talking about, people are going to be like, what the hell? Because it's going to be either so, how can I put this? It could cause adverse reactions, but you are not going to care, because it's like people will be uncomfortable, but it's like, hey, this is my truth. You know, I'm the one that got to live with it. It's like you guys are all in this energy. It's like, if you don't like it, you can take a hike, or I'll go take a hike. I like nature. It's like you guys really have some sassiness here. Queen of Wands reversed too. So this right here, you guys, like I said, you're being sassy, but you need to make sure that you're not burning bridges with this sassy energy. Because there is a lot of opportunities happening, especially if you feel like I'm finally coming out and seeing the light of day. This Queen of Wands energy mixing in with this Mother energy makes me feel like, yeah, that is a guide that will come through and smack you in the head for like acting like an ass. Just because you're coming into all these realizations does not mean that you are above other people. This will knock you down a peg if you're getting pompous. Definitely, you might want to listen to your inner voice before this feminine energy comes in and smacks you with a flip-flop. So then we have the Ten of Wands right here. She's going to smack you with 10 flip-flops if you keep being difficult. This also, you guys are ending a ending a cycle. It's like, this is completion. You guys have completed this. You definitely are coming into a fuller understanding. With these wand energies, it's definitely making me think more spiritual. Like, all this energy right here is feeling so spiritual for me. This pile is feeling spiritual. It's probably why you guys were off hermit moding by yourself and just really feeling yourself. Or if you're walking into that energy, this is kind of telling you, hey, watch for this when like you're walking out of it, because some of you, it's like, for one, you might have this thing where there are a lot of, I don't know why, because this isn't the Eight of Wands, but I keep feeling messages with how these wands are like shooting at this bee. You might want to listen before you start getting a tough pounding over here with some messages, possibly, because you know how lighthearted this reading is? It's possible if you start getting pompous, you're going to start getting readings that are like, you need to tone your shit down, and you're going to get knocked down some pegs and make you have to like learn to be a little more present and grateful and a little more compassionate. Like, definitely, like, this is a big warning against getting pompous. Just because you are learning and understanding things does not mean run off and be an ass to people, guys. It's like, dance, have your space. Also, don't be rude to people that are like you know, trying to learn and they admire you and stuff, like, don't go running off and just being straight up rude to people. And especially if they've always been kind to you, and now that you're learning things and they're trying to learn from you, you just like toss them to the side like they're a burden. It's like, just because you are completing your cycle, it doesn't mean like drop other people that have always been there for you and helped you create this sacred place, especially if they're soul family. And like I said, your guides, don't start closing your guide out over here, because she does not play. Whoever she is in your life, whatever this she is, she definitely is gonna smack you a few times with some stuff to get you to get some sense. And then we have the Emperor in reverse over here. Like I was saying, you guys, you're gonna get knocked down a peg if you start showing your ass. Okay, so if you feel like you're gonna show your ass, go to your space and show your ass in your space. Your personal space, not in the space that this energy cultivated for you. Because this right here can be some very rude energy, and it can be very pushy, it can be very know-it-all, my way or the highway, like, but this also is letting you know that you need to listen to yourself when you feel like people are doing this in your space, and just be like, nope, boundary. It's like you went through these things and been like no mind to learn boundaries, and some people aren't going to like it. Like I said, some people are going to be uncomfortable. So if you're being met with opposition over here as you're closing out this cycle, like people are going to be showing up and trying you in your new space that you're feeling yourself in, just realize that you've already learned what boundaries feel like, and you know what respect feels like, and you're more than welcome to stick up some more. It's not like you're only allowed to have a certain number of boundaries and then your list runs out. So let's see. Oh, that one wanted to pop out. So, oh my gosh, guys. So we got pig. Beware of greed. What did I tell you guys with all this mine and like getting pompous? Like, you guys will get knocked down a peg. Because I feel like, you know, the first two piles are learning their shit and coming into their shit. This is, you guys are like in your shit pretty much, like you're doing it. And like if other people aren't over here yet and you start getting pompous, like you're definitely gonna get knocked down some. And then, okay, I don't know how many times this has to come out for you guys, but we have dog and protection from a powerful friend. While you were going through this, while you were learning in your little seclusion mode, like I said, you were being protected. Very heavily protected. Someone that is powerful. This could have been an actual friend saying you guys need to back off, they aren't okay. That was actually looking out for your well-being. Like I said, don't drop people just because all of a sudden you're better. Don't be one of those people. Especially if they were there taking care of you the whole time and being super loyal while things weren't okay. And then beware of great pride. Okay, they're going to say it again. They're going to keep saying it to you guys. Peacock. You guys, don't get full of yourselves. And it is also... It's also 3:33 on my clock. Temptation will test you, guys. Okay, this is a test to see if you are coming out in all this. Like I said, it's luck and blessings. You're coming out in all this. And to see, this is a test to see just how humble you can be when you're actually given these things. Because, like, you being told to beware of greed, beware of great pride, temptation will test you. It's like you were really taken care of when you weren't in a good spot. And now you're getting all these things saying, be careful. Like, don't slip into that very ugly thing where it's like, okay, you have star, like the star card, star, a bunch of like star energy over here. Guaranteed success. Things are happening for you guys, but you guys need to be careful not to get your freaking head stuck up your ass while you're doing this. Don't forget. Like, you guys are getting a nice big thing here. And with having star and the protection from her friend, once again, your guides are coming through and it's letting you know, hey, yeah, you're gonna get the stuff you worked for, and you went through a lot of stuff, and the cycle is ending and you're stepping into this. But do not get freaking pompous. But it's also, with you stepping into this energy, like I was saying, for those of you that are very new to this and the cycle's ending and there's some people still lingering and trying to be rude and take your shit, just know you are protected and that they're going to show these signs. They're going to be trying to test you by like trying to get you to fall back into old habits. They're going to be doing things that are very prideful and greedy that are really testing your patience. So it's like you need to respect yourself enough to put up the boundaries. So that way you feel when it's the right time to just cut that loose. And we have success. Oh my goodness. Bloom wherever you are planted. You are in the right place right now. Things are assured. It's like this is bloom where you are, literally. You're blooming where you are. And then these two want to come out at the same time. So I'm going to show them like this. So we have strength. Don't let weeds and thistles cultivate in your garden. And then hidden depths. You only see the surface, look beyond. So like I was saying, for some of you, there definitely is this call to watch out for the people. This is kind of reiterating for those that were that few that are being told your boundaries are so important, because these people are going to be showing very surface emotions over here. Like I said, that greed, the pride, they're going to be trying to tempt you with things that they feel get you to fall back into old patterns. These people have hidden agendas. It's saying really keep your strength about you, keep your wits about you when dealing with this. Go against the grain, which would be what you would usually do, and stand up for yourself. And don't let these weeds back in your garden that is really creating some success right now. This is the reason this energy is coming back, is because of this success. This is also for those of you with this pride problem. Don't let your energy go sour because you're letting all of that energy go to your head. It's like, don't become the, how do I put this? Don't become... what's that word? It's superficial. There we go. Because I kept seeing surface, like the surface thing. Don't become superficial and full of yourself. Remain true to the core of you, and don't, let this temptation start, going to your head. And joy. Make time for the little things. And it literally says today on here. So some of you just need some grounded energy and to just make time today for like the little things you like. The new things you're realizing that you like, since you're kind of coming into this awareness about yourself. And if you have had some successes, though they might be small, they're not quite this avalanche yet. Take time to take a little bit of pride, not going overboard. Like I said, you guys don't go overboard, but it's like you can still take pride in the things you've accomplished. Even if you feel they're small, each day be grateful for them, because that'll keep you in the right energy. And that definitely is going to satiate your protective guidance over here that doesn't like you showing your ass. But also for my threes, this wasn't my three, was it? This was my group 3, and I saw 333 for you guys. Okay, I don't know how much confirmation you guys need, but for my group 3s, we have the ametrine. Now, ametrine has the properties of amethyst and citrine. Citrine is a golden color. Where did I put my citrine so I can just show you guys? Where did I set? Where did you go? I probably put you down in this area somewhere, and I can't. Yeah, it's like back there. Citrine is like this beautiful golden yellow, and amethyst is purple. Now, this is also very sparkly, very showy, like I said, like the peacock over here. But this energy is very about being tuned in like the amethyst does. Like, it makes you attuned, it helps you understand messages, especially opening up the psychic abilities. It's also great for connections to spirit. It's really great for focus and being able to work through blockages as well. Where citrine is great luck, it is abundance, it is healing and creativity, it's being able like to find the joy in the little things. It's like, it's success. It's like a bunch of really beautiful energy over here. So like I said, you guys are definitely stepping into some beautiful energy, or you're like in this and it's really new. It's pretty much giving you guys like, yes, this is here, it's for you, but don't let it go to your head. It's pretty much been your whole message over here. So let me get that little one back in there. And our last group, my 4s, for this reading, I'm doing another pick a card after this one. But for this reading is the ruby and zoisite. So let's see what luck and blessings we got going on for you guys. Oh, you guys got, group 1 got this card. The Vesica Pisces over here. And this is all about being in your authentic truth, being comfortable with it, knowing you've made all the right decisions and that you are on your path right now. Being very tied into your heart's desires and learning to attract things to you because you've really worked hard to lay this groundwork. But it's just being more in your feminine energy and allowing your intuition to guide you. I'm saying let your intuition guide you, and you get ask your soul. So yeah, this isn't some little thing for you guys. This blessing you're coming into is literally like a soul energy. It's very powerful. For some of you, you could be walking into starting something that deals with your purpose, or just like a very deep soul desire, especially with all this heart energy. Like, this is like heart desire energy, wish fulfillment kind of, like visualizing, wow, okay, and you guys have remembrance here. This, this right here is really making me think of the Wheel of Fortune. But at the same time, it's like you're hitting the jackpot, but it's in a way where you're getting fulfillment. It's like a huge fulfillment jackpot. It's like you finally remembered what was important to you. And that's what you started trying. I feel like you guys were trying to manifest this. It's like you've been trying to manifest what you finally remembered was important to you because you started being honest. Probably not just with yourself, but other people. Like, you wanted honesty in your environment. And it was a lot of hard work. So you guys are finally starting to step into that energy right now. Like, that's a pretty big blessing to start bringing that in. See, you guys creating your environment with this sacred space, a very authentic, honest, and very peaceful environment for yourself. That's probably why you guys have space to actually do the asking your soul kind of energy, like what deep down in your soul you want. And why you're being able to remember is because you have this space where you're kind of like having an escape to yourself. And you're feeling really secure in following these things because you're starting to understand them. This is like a very deep spiritual understanding. Wow, and you guys got Flames of Wisdom, the crone out of the Maiden Mother crone energy. I am open to all of life's wisdom and share it with gratitude. You guys are really feeling some energy right now. You guys definitely learned some big lessons. And okay, dang, wanting to go off with my stuff over here. But you guys are definitely stepping into this wisdom here. Like, you really created this place where there was I think what it was is you literally created space for yourself. And that's the difference here. Because before, I feel like you guys remembered all this energy, you guys really were making no space or time for yourself in your life. And now that you stepped more into like, I know this is what I want, I remembered what I shoved down, what I felt like I couldn't have, it's like you guys are really starting to be grateful. And that's what's bringing this in. This energy feels a lot more at peace, like very calm. And you guys have this abundance energy coming out too. You guys are really pulling this in, but you're feeling very calm about it. It's like you're getting this calm security energy, and you're realizing that you're provided for is another big thing. It's like it's almost like you're remembering that through the things you've been through, things have always worked out. Somehow, like something's always, like, no matter how tough things have been, that's some of the wisdom you've gained too. And it's like that's really bringing in some peace for you right now. Like, that is a really beautiful connection. And we have Earth Angel, very earthy energy for you guys. I am a guardian of Mother Earth and protect all who live on her. So I mean, I see a lot of connection to animals for you guys. Possibly a lot of healing that you guys have been going through related, like probably could have been with your animals. Like, you created a space, or possibly you got a new pet or something, or you're just out in nature and seeing animals more, and it's really starting to like calm you. And it could be this sacred space you created for yourself, is like there is a space where you literally do this, and it's been giving you that quiet that you need. But this right here is also making me feel like being a child of Gaia is like you are protected by the earth's energy. Like, you're very in tune with it. And that is what sorry, my throat. Let me drink some water. You guys are definitely either have a lot of spirit animals or familiars, or just have Gaia or Earth energy really protecting you guys. Because having this Earth Angel energy, I feel, is like you guys are just under this protection. And that's why you're starting to come more into it. And you're realizing the abundance is coming in. It's a lot more calm. I don't feel like this group, because of the different things they went through with this wisdom and crone energy, especially with it being flames, it's almost like you really went through a huge purge, which did this. And it was because you really had a lot of awakening energy happen. And Ace of Pentacles coming. I'm telling you, you guys bringing in a new flow of income, or just like a drop of abundance out of nowhere that just like piles on your lap. Like, because you, Ace of Pentacles and abundance over here, and like flowing into the soul purpose. You guys really are aligning, but you're not letting it get away from you so much. It's like it's like a quiet inner wisdom you guys have, and you're learning to flow with it. Instead of feeling like you need to rush. Yeah, this Justice reverse coming out with this crone energy is like, this is what you guys learned. Like, you went through injustice. You went through things that weren't okay at all. Like, apologies do not make up for this kind of energy. And with it coming out with this truth and creating this peace in your environment, this is you realizing that you removed that energy, or you're in the process of removing it, but you're staying calm. It's like you're keeping your core. And anytime you're feeling kind of like overwhelmed, it's like that sitting in quiet with yourself really helps ground you. And it brings you back to knowing why you're doing this, instead of feeling like, I can't do this, I just can't. It's like it brings you back to being able to, yeah, High Priestess. Like, you guys seriously are in some knowledge mode right now. This is why you're being told to ask your soul, literally, with that other card. Okay, come on. You're being told this energy because you have the wisdom. You, like, this remembrance is definitely knowing this memory taught you a lot. Like, you gained a lot of wisdom. Like, wisdom through fire over here. Even if you're young, this could be that you got a lot of life lessons very rapidly, and you definitely went through some shit. But that wisdom you gained, it's like you have this very core inner knowledge here, and it's going to bring you a lot. And plus, for everything you went through, you have a lot of gratitude for what you have, because of all the freaking bullshit over here. But you guys are definitely stepping into your own right now. And then we have Temperance reversed. This energy coming out here with this remembrance, this is definitely, and this protection right here. You guys really went through something that wasn't okay, and it kind of rocked you a little bit. And when you think about it, you might lose your temper a little bit still. This is a lot of major arcana plus an ace energy over here, so this isn't something to be taken lightly. So sometimes when you think about this, you might lose faith in yourself a little bit. You might feel like some of your knowledge could be incorrect. You might doubt yourself. You might remember how you really overdid things and like start getting down on yourself. That's not what this energy is saying here. That creates a blockage for you guys. You went through what you did to get the wisdom, and now you're in a flow. You don't have to, when you're thinking about this, start feeling like all the negative emotions over again. You don't have to relive it. This is like, take what you need and create from it, because you're safe now, is pretty much what this is. And yeah, like I was saying, you need to trust it. The only things that are coming out kind of like, you know, you guys aren't trusting things, is with this remembrance. And I think that's why this earth energy is being so protective. It's trying to give you that security and let you know you're safe. Because when you think of this stuff, it makes you really hesitant to trust. And that isn't just with people, that's with your intuition, and that's with guidance too. So they're trying to help you kind of move from that energy and realize things are moving forward. You're not going to slip back. You are way too aware to slip back. So if you're having that fear, just realize you having that awareness itself is pretty much what's going to keep that from happening to you. And this one, oh, both of those are poking out. So we're just going to, I didn't know there was two there. So let's see. Yeah, you guys definitely, you have scissors here with disappointment in some affair. Like something, like I said, happened to you guys where you definitely learned a lesson, but it wasn't something that was fair at all. And it's not something that in a simple apology is gonna fix, because it's a chain of events that will affect your life. So this chain, literally, like, we're having a link together. Like, this newfound abundance would not be coming in without this event. It's directly tied into it. And we get April, guys. You guys, I don't know if you were like, I don't know if I can trust it. Like, I mean, when's it supposed to happen if this isn't flowing in yet? April. You got a couple weeks, guys. I'm telling you, you will survive a couple weeks. I mean, I know we got the equinox happening Saturday, and then the 28th we got the Libra full moon, and there's going to be tons of energy going through that. But you guys are going to survive, okay? Like, things are linking up. They're starting to make sense. And it's going to come through. Like, these cards are getting a little too excited. Okay, you guys just got a whole lot of stuff. So let's do these ones first. We have ladder, climbing towards success. Okay, we're just gonna start going here. We have flowers, we have happiness. And then we have tent, temporary situation. Like I said, this energy right here is when you're remembering these events, like it's bringing you back. The reason it's temporary is it's like what's happening is you're going there in your mind, and it's like you can come back from that. You don't need to stay there, which is what this is trying to show you. Yes, this thing, this disappointment, this injustice that happened to you, it really created a chain of events that cannot be changed. It altered your entire life. But also there is something happening from these chain of events that wouldn't have happened otherwise. And it's it's actually very beautiful for you guys. And you're almost in that period of your life where it's happening. You're climbing there. Like I said, you have a couple weeks, but like literal happiness. And oh my gosh. So I just said literal happiness with the flowers, and you guys got a card that literally says happiness. So, I mean, I don't know where to go from that. Like, you guys are really, like, what you do with your mind directly affects your happiness. Like, whatever you're remembering, how you remember it is what does this. So, keep your mind. We have Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person. So, if you're still dealing with a stubborn person that won't leave you alone, scissors, it's you're disappointed, cut it, snip it, it's gone. Like, it doesn't need to be there anymore. And you have unicorn. Okay, my fantastic unicorn group. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Intuition again. I'm telling you, you guys are very tuned in right now. And literally, you guys have this thing that you're cutting. You're cutting the cord. Like, these things, you don't need this anymore. And if you're still being stubborn about holding on to the thing and you're not sure, this is pretty much confirming for you that it's like you don't need to hold on to the thing. You literally have two cards of happiness over here, and using your intuition to benefit you. Instead of not trusting it with this moon reverse. Trust your intuition. You're going to make some really good changes in your life. And then we have play. Among the grass and wild violets lie undisturbed little secrets to uncover. Okay, so some of you might purely have gotten this disappointment because you learned the truth. I mean, you guys did have this energy up here of gaining wisdom from this really messed up thing and creating a space where you can just make that not be a part of your energy, because there's a big difference. Like I said, some of you might really be having issues with reliving the energy, and putting yourself literally back in it. For those of you that are working through shadow work, that's something you have to be careful of, because like this chain reaction, if you start going into things and you don't give yourself a break, and like this play energy, you don't give yourself a break, a time to breathe, a time where you're not doing this and you're not like pushing yourself, you definitely will end up getting very tired. You'll get very worn out. You can get overloaded. We are human beings. Like, you could crash, literally. So don't, like, this temporary situation is like, if you're doing that, don't be stubborn and keep pushing yourself when you need to take a break. Like, allow yourself to take a break if you need it. Don't be so hard on yourself. And we have share. The busy bee should still make time for each flower. So, I mean, like I said, there's a calm energy with this pile. And it really seems like some of this success, like as it's growing, because you're heading into April, could, like, I mean, still make time for yourself. Because some of these things could bring in new people, which could be what makes you happy. And you need to still have this sacred space for yourself where you aren't just starting to abandon things once the abundance starts rolling in. You gotta keep your sacred space, guys. And opportunity. There's no use looking for luck. It arrives at unexpected times, coming out with your happiness and unicorn over here. And this one's sticking up, so I guess it wants to come out. Transform. Rise above any situation and become the best version of you. I was going to say something about this ram and temporary situation energy, but I think this says it right here. Like, whatever situation is going on, this isn't saying be the better person. There's a big difference between being the better person and like really putting yourself in this blocked off place and being the best version of you. The best version of you is what makes you happy. And you guys have happiness all over the damn place over here. So if there is stuff happening either within you or in your environment that you aren't happy with, that is not adding to the best version of you. And that's what this is trying to show you. Like, even if you're dealing with someone who's aggressive, it's a temporary thing. Like, you can just cut that out if you're not satisfied with it. You're in this place where you are very protected and you're flowing. You have wisdom. You know what you deserve. You've been through enough shit. And if you're getting thrown any aggressive people, especially since being that April is springing this energy, it's going to be Aries season. So a lot of planets are going to be starting to traverse Aries. This could make people very stubborn and very aggressive. So if you're dealing with that, realize that you don't have to stoop there. You are trying to be the best version of you. You don't need to match energy. Don't become the meme when you're in a beautiful place. Like, that's just going to drag you down, and it's going to put you in a temporary situation where you're dealing with that for a while instead of like being on your own like ladder to happiness double time over here and getting all these benefits and abundance and every damn thing over here. So also with this ruby and zoisite, ruby is besides ruby and chat, but ruby is a really great confidence stone. It is the birthstone with Leo, which Leo rules the 5th house of happiness and creativity and like childlike wonder, that inner child type healing. So it's like that big magnetic energy, kind of like a spotlight being put on you. And it's also very calming when paired with zoisite. And it kind of makes it to where the energy can work its luck, because Ruby's very lucky. It can work its luck while also not getting carried off. But it's also good for stability. And it really helps you, especially with how the black banding is, it brings in protection. It really is like kind of like an all-purpose kind of stone energy, which you guys are kind of going through right now. Like you're going through all the stages. It's really good for quieting the mind too. But that is the pick a card for the blessings and luck with the St. Patrick's Day thing. Like I said, even if it's not St. Patrick's Day when you watch this, you can just think of it like a week timeline, like for all these things to be happening in, because it is a timeless reading. So